when you walk the vineyard with Ruben, like he just unconsciously is touching vines, pulling out weeds, adjusting, shoots, and it's just all like he's just one with the vineyard.
So as we switch into your winemaking team, talk a little bit about Ruben Salazar, who he is, how you guys work with him, all the amazing things he's up to.
He is the most important part of our company. So he is the vineyard. Matt Kettman from Wine Enthusiast crowned him the Grape Whisperer. Ruben is the youngest out of 11 kids. I mentioned Marcos, who's brother number 6 out of 11, came to California first, followed by Enrique, who is brother number 8, I believe, or brother number 7. And Ruben then followed them and learned everything that Marcos and Enrique knew about vineyards, and caught the attention of this guy, Jeff Newton, who graduated from Davis with a master's. All of his classmates went to Napa, maybe a few to Sonoma. He was looking at the map, looking at the soils, and drove directly to Santa Barbara, managed Brander Vineyard. But really his thought was, if I can apply what I've learned at Davis to this terroir, we're going to make the best wines in California. And my dad, of course, is on that track as well. So he and my dad hit it off beautifully. Jeff had Marcos, from day one on the vineyard, and then introduced my dad to Ruben. And Ruben, of course, already loved Marcos and then fell in love with Ruben. And he's been kind of like a big brother, father figure to me ever since I was 8 or 9. But he, and I think it was a lot of the chemistry between my dad and Ruben, that my dad always trusted Ruben to make adjustments, push the envelope to get next level quality. And I think Ruben is very thankful for that, because he was able to do that. He had a testing ground. In 2002, Jeff made Ruben a full partner, which has been very important for Ruben, in that he manages vineyards throughout their empire of vineyard management. So he's been able to experiment on other ranches, different soils. He farms from the very, very western edge of Santa Rita Hills all the way through Cappy Canyon. And that's been a boon to me, because Ruben and I then partner to make wines from his other vineyards, and we kind of have the inside track. Wineries who want to keep their production very small and limited, build that waiting list. We can quietly sign the NDA and take fruit from immaculately Ruben farmed vineyard. And then when we have things knock it out of the park, like Lovey Bunches, carbonic Sangiovese, we can plant Sangiovese on other ranches and not have to buy whole new parcels, and there to raise the bottle price significantly. But yeah, when you walk the vineyard with Ruben, like he just unconsciously is touching vines, pulling out weeds, adjusting, shoots, and it's just all like he's just one with the vineyard. It's amazing. I'll never forget, 2009 was the year that I took over, and I was just, shooting the breeze with Ruben, and Ruben lives in a little hamlet within the vineyard, what Raj would call a combe, just surrounded by hills of vineyard. I love it there. I actually prefer hanging out at Ruben's house to my dad's. My dad built his house on top of the hill, but it's much windier and more exposed. I like the shelter of Ruben's house and being surrounded by the vineyard. And Ruben said, yeah, all of these vines are screaming at me right now. They all want water so badly. Mm-hmm. But Omar had just been born, and he's like, luckily, Omar screams louder than the vines, so I can ignore that.
You tell us your website, tell us your social media, tell us any way we can learn more about Stolpman and taste your wines.
Yeah, stolpmanvineyards.com. And then we both have Stolpman Vineyards and Stolpman So Fresh on Instagram. Yeah, and please come and taste in Los Livos or email us if you're coming, if you want to check out the vineyard. Love to do every month. I do vineyard hikes, and throughout the year, it's really fun to just show, talk about everything I'm talking about dry farming and about fruit thinning, and look at these tiny little clusters right now that are flowering, and pray that there's no major wind events in the next couple weeks. And it's just really cool to be out there and actually hike the hills and look at every different varietal and the way we train it, the way it naturally behaves. So yeah, come visit and yeah, buy the wine and love it and buy more of it, and then I'll keep making it.